Well, I have to say that the crowd behind us has considerably dwindled. Maybe there's a few hundred people left on the square. However, the confrontations on the side street that leads to the parliament are still going on. Actually, just a few minutes ago, we saw this wave of people run across the square, and what was happening is that the police were advancing with their cars and were trying to push them back all the way into the square. They were firing tear gas. From this vantage point, I saw 2 wounded who were being carried away, but then a few minutes later the protesters went back into the street and the standoff goes on. It's been that pattern throughout the day, really.
Yeah, Hoda, if you can, break it down for us. Who are the protesters exactly? What sort of people have decided they want to come out onto the streets to demonstrate against Morsi?
Well, the ones that are here on the square are basically the liberals, the seculars. The 6th of April movement is one of the movements that actually started the revolution. Another group called We Are All Khalid Said. No, these are people who say we started the revolution back in 2011. We ignited it. We had certain demands, and we're going to make sure that our revolution is not stolen. What they see at the moment is that they have a president who does not listen to them, who is trying to grab power. That's what they say. They say that now he has all the powers that any man can have, and that no other president has ever had in this country. He says they say that with the new constitutional decree, basically he has all the legislative, executive and judiciary powers, and that is too much. Especially what angered them even more is the fact that there's an article in that constitutional declaration that says that the president has the right to issue decrees and laws, and these are binding decrees, and no one has the right to appeal these decrees or laws, at least until the new constitution is in place. So certainly a lot of anger, and that anger was increased when the president today, who was trying actually to speak to all Egyptians according to his words, appeared on a stage in front of Muslim Brotherhood protesters who were in front of the presidential palace. Many of the people here said that that was the proof that he was not a president for everyone. If he was a president for all Egyptians, they said, then he would have been giving his speech from his office on television for everybody.
Hoda, we saw on Thursday that some of the opposition leaders were very quick to come together to hold a press conference saying they were united for Egypt. But just how united and cohesive could some sort of opposition movement really be?
I think that's one of the biggest problems of the opposition, which is the now opposition, is that since the very beginning there has been no leader that has emerged that could rally all the seculars and liberals behind them. So comes these moments of crisis. Yes, you see Mohammed al-Baradei come here, you see Hamdin Sabahi speak out, you hear many voices, but until now they could not find one leader to represent him, and they could not find one party, group, coalition or anything that would speak in one voice. And I think that's one of the biggest problems. If you look at the other camp, the Islamist camp, well, they are united, they have their leadership, they have their structure, and they have a very well organized Muslim Brotherhood that is backing them. So certainly a big difference. And if the liberals want to have an active role other than just protesting, well, they will also have to organize themselves rather quickly.
Hoda Abdel Hamid live for us in Cairo. She's keeping an eye on events there for us. Thanks, Hoda.